Hi, hello. Hello, greetings. How's everyone doing today? It is Saturday. It is time to do some art and writing and whatever else I can think of. The thing I can think of right now, of course, is working on my challenge entry for the current WorldAnvil challenge, and so that's probably what we're going to start with. But yeah, today is a wonderful, wonderful special day. It is International Red Panda Day. So I got my little buddy here. He's gonna hang out with us. I love him. He's my little sweetie. So he's just gonna hang out here and be my precious little boy while we get some work done today. So please do enjoy. You might be able to see him when I switch my screen. Potentially, maybe. But I'm not sure. But no, let's get my tabs set up, because I haven't actually done that yet. Jacob W, hello, and Obi Shaker also hello. How are we doing today? Welcome, welcome in. Just getting my tabs set up, opening the WorldAnvil, and bam, there we go. Longest Twitch ad I ever had. Oh gosh, that's pretty awful. Well, let's see, let's pull in my articles. Oh gosh, WorldAnvil coming with the 26 people. Hello, how are we? How are we doing? The dumb owl charge, yes! Oh man, so many ads. I don't know, the ads on Twitch lately are just wild. And like, I barely know how to control them anymore. And Moonlight Bard, hello. Tillers, hi, how are you? Yeah, we're getting some work done on our challenge. Because we do know it ends, what, next week? Next Saturday? We've got some work to do. And yes, good afternoons to all. I need to go dig up my challenge article. There we go. So here it is. The article that we are working on. Right now it's kind of just like a mishmash of things, and these two article blocks that are like related. So information that we'll be pulling from. I did my usual summer camp approach with starting this article. It's just like, we just word vomit all the things I want to cover in this article, and you know, now that we have some time, we're gonna pull things around. Maybe Twitch knew you had the I'll be there soon screen, decided to overlay with a TV-worthy commercial break? I guess so, maybe. And secondhand, how are you? Hi. Ellen Harmony as well, hello. Tarian calling, also hello. I hope everyone's having a good day. How is everyone? How's everyone's challenges going? I'm very curious. I want to know who you're writing about. I want to know what you're up to, what you're doing. Let me see where this pops up. Oh, that's my Discord server. Sorry. I have all kinds of things that are just like still on my screen. Hold on, I'm gonna put my face back on the screen real quick so I can just adjust a couple things in my window view without being weird about it. Because I just have so many things kind of kicking around on my screen. Hello, everyone. Might I introduce you to a boy? This is my precious little son, my sweetheart, my sweet little baby. Because of course today is International Red Panda Day, so I got my little buddy here, and he's gonna hang out with us while we get some work done. So please do enjoy. What a good boy! Yeah. Not taking the challenge, personal reasons, totally fair, absolutely fair. But yeah, okay, I think, yeah, we're all set up again. Joella K, thank you for following. So very much appreciated. See, Moonlight Bard, oh, my treasured companion starred as the seeing eye person for her aged and blind grandmother when her grandmother was sentenced to prison for the crime of speaking up against an invasion, while also daring to be a woman! Gasp! I know, what a crime. Let's see, I managed to bang mine out in a couple hours very early on. Once the inspo hit, the character basically grabbed me by the face and dragged me along. Yes, I love how it happens. It's great when a character just kind of grabs you that way. And so we're gonna see what kind of work we can get done today. We'll have to really think about it. This is one of those articles that, like, I might have ideas. I also might not. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth from me. It's like, oh, do I want to write this? Do I want to add this? What kind of quote am I gonna put here? It's just a whole process. So I welcome you to join me in this process. I welcome you to work on your own articles, work on your own anything that you happen to be working on. Doesn't have to be for the challenge, doesn't have to be even world building related. Just kick back, relax, enjoy the vibes, get some work done, and whenever you feel like, tell me what you're working on. Tell me what you're excited about. That's my favorite thing. If you're excited to be working about stuff, that's the stuff I want to hear about the most. Oh, they were the demon companion of a mage character who sacrificed themselves for another character. So technically wrote 2 articles. Heck yes. Yeah, this article that I'm writing here is like a companion article, essentially, to an article that I wrote during summer camp, which is for Cora the Dawnbringer. Oh, Evan Eric's Highline. I'm working on an article for the 3 moons of my world. Ooh, that's really cool. That's really exciting. I love moon stuff. But yeah, for Cora the Dawnbringer, the article that I'm writing for this challenge is for Levia the Druid, who is another goddess and is also theorized to be Cora's wife back when they were still mortals, walking the plane of Malcora. And so yeah, I already have this article from summer camp about Cora, but now I get to write about her wifey. I love the art in your world. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is AI generated, of course, so I would like to populate this with my own artwork at some point. But that's probably going to be a project for next year, not this year. Let's see, the companion I wrote about is a chubby little bird who sings sweet and dive bombs enemies. Oh, I love him! I love that little creature. Let's see, Masked Alucard, not really working on much, but it's been adapting the no more 0 day mentality to at least write the minimum of a sentence a day towards ideas I have. That's really awesome. Oh, and they look amazing, thank you. I basically world build for myself now and don't really use WorldAnvil anymore. I art my own world building and making it my own style. Currently working on an art piece. Ooh, what are you drawing? That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, I mean, I world build for myself mostly. Mostly, but like it's also the fun of sharing it with other people, which is why I like using WorldAnvil so much. It might be something that I try to do a little more on the professional side at some point, but that's like not in the cards for me at the moment. I don't really have the time to focus on something like that. But I just think WorldAnvil is neat. We all know that on this channel, of course. But, you know, I'm just here for the ride, you know? So let's just write some words, shall we? I'm gonna pull this together. We'll have to think of some headers that we want to start with. Because of course we have the wall of text. She's beautiful. She's beauty, she's grace. I need to turn her into sections and concrete pulled together ideas. That'd be really nice. And we'll see what we can work with. I mean, I guess if we're taking inspiration from this other article, you can basically say like, because Cora, like Hand of Dawn, like that's her title, it's who she is like right now. If you think of something similar for Levia, that would work really well. And then we can get into like the smaller categories and ideas. WorldAnvil is definitely neat. Been word vomiting about it to folks I know recently. Heck yeah. I try to convert people all the time. And I like to think I played at least somewhat of a part in there's a chapter of the LARP I go to that has recently started using WorldAnvil, and they asked me for like advice about a couple things because they know that I'm like a WorldAnvil enthusiast. So I like to think that I contributed to them joining the platform. And there's like another LARP that I'm involved with that's like not running right now, but could theoretically be, and they're also thinking about jumping on WorldAnvil for their lore, and I'm like, oh, I'm such an influencer. So I feel so cool. oh, my opinions have weight in people's decisions. It's dangerous. It's spooky, actually. But no, we need to figure this out. We need to figure out our little writing. Because my brain is so very scattered. Oh, just all of us, just one of us. One of us. Yes, 100%. Yeah, I love plugging WorldAnvil to everyone I meet. It's also sharing the nerd wavelength. Exactly. It's so good. And I just like, I have a friend that I keep yelling at to start using WorldAnvil because he world builds all the time, like all the time, and he keeps telling me like, oh yeah, I'll use WorldAnvil at some point. But there he is in the Google Docs still. Yeah, my brain is scattered too. Yeah, it's mutual. Don't worry, you are not alone in the brain scattering. It's just it's hard out here to just be a person, you know what I mean? The brain just doesn't function. That's why my starting soon screen always says like preparing the brain cell. Because the brain cell is like it's kicking around in there. Like the lights are on but no one's home, so I have to like collect the brain cell from wherever it's hanging out and just like shove it back in there so that I can come on here and be live and stream for you guys. It's a tough life out there. It's very, very tough. Yeah, brain scatter, big mood, 100%. So I'm sitting here like, oh yes, I am indeed a writer, and then when I sit down to write, it's like, how do words work? I don't know. Well, let me just get this little guy in frame a little bit more. Oh wait, that's the complete opposite direction that I'm supposed to go. My little sweetie. There we go. It's even bigger mood. Oh yeah. How do words work? I only wish I knew. I only wish I could tell you. I'm pagan, got three muses working on me, and every day I'm like this waterfall of ideas and inspiration. Sometimes it overwhelms me. Oh. Well, I totally understand how that can be super overwhelming, but it is really cool that you have all these ideas coming out. I get like that sometimes. Sometimes something just like takes over me. I'm like, wow, I'm just brimming with ideas. I need to sit down and write down all of them. And then I get overwhelmed and I burn myself out. I'm like, that was cool while it lasted, but now I'm dying. Help. Like, please send help. I am suffering. Suffering from success, truly. We'll give her a header, Heart of Arsavella, because that just kind of makes sense. What do I see here? Champion of the Dawn, historical champion of the goddess known as Vastra, the new Dawn. That's an article that I still need to finish. I'll give you guys a sneak peek. The article exists. It's just not good right now. It's there. It sure is there. But we need to work on that. We need to pull that one together, get all the proper up-to-date information in that article. Because a lot of the info in that article is like super old, super outdated, does not apply anymore. But the goddess that the article is actually about is extremely important, so something we really need to wrangle, or else we're going to, you know, perish. Because there's so many articles in my world that reference like the New Dawn and Vastra and like, you know, like same person. But there's no article for her. There's no article for this goddess that is mentioned in pretty much everything I write. And that's just one of the silly, goofy things that I do. okay, so I want part of this article to definitely like really heavily touch on the fact that like she was a companion of Korra. But I want that section to be like enough of an aside to be like, this is not her entire identity. But it is very impactful to the story, you know what I mean? So I have to find a way to navigate that. Because I feel like that's the hard thing about when you have like a main character, so to speak, and you're writing about the sidekick. It's very easy to make like the sidekick have sidekick be their identity, but that's not the case. They're their own person, they're their own character. They have their own story and ideals and thoughts and histories. So I just need to figure out what those histories are. Well, Kelly Zaijana, thank you for following. Much appreciated. I welcome you to the Owl Works. Let's see. I don't know. Again, the words just aren't happening. It's like Flowers from the North. That's just like that'll combine like the intermeshing stories of Levya and Korra. That will bring them together because that's kind of like the connection that they have in their world. When I write about something in an article, I usually immediately add a stub and link to it. Yeah, I have never been the kind of person to utilize stub articles. Because, I don't know, in my mind, like, if it has an article, it should be something that I want to present to people. And so having, like, a tiny little blurb about something just doesn't feel like it's article worthy to me. It can be very helpful, of course. But, I don't know. I get too in my head about it. I'm like, no, I need this to be like a finished product. I need to present like an article's worth of information. You know, I only do that if I want to write about it. Yeah, true. I was thinking, like, okay, the Stubbs stream, like, was that last week's Sunday stream? Was super, super inspirational to me. That was with Shadow Phoenix and Hallie the Moonlight Bard. Yes. I got super inspired by that stream. I was watching it and taking in like all the information. I'm like, huh, you know, I really think that I might add like something to my to-do list before World Ember, and that is making like a roadmap composed of stubs for all of the articles that I really feel like I need to write. Like all the things connecting the dots, things that really need to happen ASAP. And so if I have this like roadmap laid out, I'll be able to dance around it during World Ember and just fill in information, see how much writing I can get done, and everything will be so good. Everything will be great. Then I don't have to think about like, you know, what am I going to write about? Like, no, all the options are laid out right in front of me right there. Just get these stubs in, reset the dates, start writing, and then bam, World Ember. We're good. So that's going to be my dream. That's going to be my goal. Yeah, and you have that stream last week to thank for that. Or I have that stream last week to thank for that. We all do. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people got really inspired by that stream to work with stubs more. Like I know I was. I think Mochi also was. Still have some stuff to my Pharaoh Magmel to fill in, but World Ember is coming. That is true. That is very true. It is coming, and it's like, it's creeping closer by the day. Like, I'm still sitting here feeling like summer camp just ended, but like, we're like a month and a half away from prep month for World Ember. Like, that's wild. That's actually kind of nuts to me. Like, November's gonna hit. We're all gonna be writing our little pledges and things, and, We got Spooktober yet still. That's true. That's true. We got like 2 weeks until then. Yeah, personally, I find when I'm writing an article, the key piece is that articles need to stand out, and those get immediate stubs, without even leaving the article I'm working on, because otherwise I will forget. That's fair. That's true. It will happen that way. I wonder if we get Mapvember too. Oh, you know, I wonder. That is a good question. Because we did do Mapvember last year, right? But it was like kind of a minor thing. I do like that we're getting like smaller like participation challenges. It's really fun. But yeah. WorldAnvil is the only toolset that ever successfully helped me conquer my ADD into productivity. Heck yes. Heck yes, 100%. Yeah, I love how much I'm actually able to get done on WorldAnvil. Because I feel like anything else that I try to do, I just get so... I don't know, I get very sidetracked and I kind of start to wander too much. I wander too much, or I feel like I don't have the tools, or, you know, just any other number of things that would stop me from being productive. But out here, on the WorldAnvil, things just kind of go. And if I can't make it go myself, there's a whole community of people who will help me make it go. And in fact, they will be all too eager to help me make it go. Let's see. Yeah, Levia is a patron goddess of the whole of Arsavella, as it is her native land, but holds domain over growth, agriculture, and caretaking, all of which are valued heavily in Arsavella as a deeply agricultural nation. I need to stop getting distracted by the minutiae, yeah. That's the hard part. There are always going to be a lot of like the tiny things. My issue is I'll start working on something and then I'll notice that something connected to it is like not developed nearly well enough. So I'll start working on that thing. But then that thing is connected to several other things that I need to work on. And so I start dancing between those other things. And then I jump over to something completely unrelated because I think it might tie in later. And then that connects me to a completely different task, separate from everything I was just doing. And wow, somehow now I'm cleaning my closet because I'm not actually working on my writing anymore. It's pretty great. Oh, and I decided to start a world building class for Gen Con next year. Reached out to them for sponsorship and they said yes. Oh, so my world building through the tarot class, first of my World Builders Creative Toolbox series, will be brought to you in part by WorldAnvil. That's so exciting. That's awesome. Don't tell anybody, you guys, but I'm actually putting into motion a World Builder Tarot project. But you didn't hear that from me. You did not hear that from me. There's some people I want to talk to in that regard. This is an article that I need to link. Champions of the Dawn. She is one of several historical figures who ascended to godhood with the favor of At-Basra. World Builder Terror Project? No. No. Well, I mean, maybe a little terror, but no. Little tarot project. Because I've been very inspired by some of the people in the community who work a lot with world building and tarot and like combine the two. And this includes, you know, some of our favorites like Moro, like Sunny Bird Boy, also Hallie as well, who's doing this world building through the tarot. I'm done with the art. Want to see? Ooh, I would love to see. I don't know if you're in my Discord server. That'd probably be the best place to share it. No idea what tarot is. Oh no. Yeah, we're talking about tarot cards, like T-A-R-O-T. Tag you in Insta. Ooh. Oh yeah, you can tag me on Insta. That's totally fine. I'll see if I can pull it up as well. If you want to show the stream, that's up to you. Oh, triumph! Yes, indeed. But yeah, it's like it's something that I'm working on because I've done a lot of art in the past, that is based on tarot cards. I'll pull up my website and you guys can see like some of the images that I'm talking about. Not these, like this piece right here that let's see if we can reduce my window size. There we go. Like this piece right here, this is one of my LARP characters as the death card. So I just really like working with like tarot card imagery. Lovers. These are other people's characters. And here's one of my friends is the tower. Like it's really fun. And so I don't have the time for it like from now until like January pretty much. But this is a project that I would like to come to once that time opens up for me. I would love to work on like a tarot project or like an oracle deck project related to world building. And so that'd be really fun. I would love to connect with like more people in the community who work with tarot a lot. But again, like it's too soon for me to start like the actual planning phase. I can't do stuff. I can't do stuff like that yet. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But if anyone is interested in like checking out my work, you are more than welcome to just kind of kick around my website. Oh, and yes, you can share. Cool. But I'm not seeing anything popping up on the Instagram. Yeah, like nothing's popped up for me, so I can't actually see what you've shared. But it's all good. So we got time. Yeah, I want to get into tarot stuff. It's very interesting. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I would say that a great place to start. I forgot the @ Oh, it's alright. Let's see if I know how to spell. We'll do a little shout out for Sunny Bird Boy. Yeah, there you go. So Sunny Bird Boy is one of our like Anvilites, a member of our community who does a lot of tarot work. So if you want someone to hang out with who's in our community who does a lot of tarot stuff, especially like on-stream tarot stuff, you can get readings done, all that kind of stuff. I super recommend hopping over to their channel at some point. Just like give them a follow, go and hang out with them when they're streaming. Like they're also just really fun and really nice to be around, so hee So absolutely go check them out. But yeah. Tarot's fun to get into. Like, different people see it in different ways, different people use it in different ways, but I just think it's a really great way to, like, reflect on yourself. So, I use them not so much as, like, divination tools, but more on just, like, tools to draw out the things that you already know, to make you think about things that maybe you should have considered earlier on, little details you might have missed, you know, things like that. Let's see. Oh. Aha, there we go. Let's see if we can... Am I logged in on Instagram on my PC? We'll have to check that out. Little security code. You see me leaning this far over to the side because my microphone's like in the way of me seeing. Seeing my keyboard, at least the numpad on my keyboard, it's a little obstructed. Was that Metallica? It might have been. It very well could have been. This is all, this entire playlist is just like lo-fi mixes of like rock songs. So like rock songs, emo songs, you know, just any pop punk, like any number of things. I know one of the fan favorites from last stream was Lo-Fi Thriller. So that one was really fun. Let's see, okay, is there a dark mode for this? There is, thank goodness. But yeah, we'll pop this into our little view here. So there we go. This is what has been shared with me. This is pretty cool. So what exactly is this? Because like this reminds me of something you'd see under like a microscope, and that's really cool to me. I think that's really awesome. This is what we've got going for us. It's like, what is this? We're listening to Champagne Supernova right now. Yeah, there are a lot of songs in this mix that I maybe don't know, but a lot that I do. Yeah, oh, recently played. Okay. It's recently played. Does it start from the top of the list? Yeah, it looks like the previous song was Nothing Else Matters. So, wow. So you are absolutely right. That's painting I made to look like alien planets, taken with a C-mount lens. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's really cool. Definitely does look like a planetary body. But yeah, like the circular, like the lens and like the photography like that, I thought that was really cool. I looked at like, ooh, that's a fun look. That's a fun perspective for the artwork. If we go to the next image, you see a bigger part. By next image, do you mean the next one that you've made? Oh, because we do have some of this going on. Oh, it's all acrylic. That's really cool. That's really sick. Yeah, that one. Cool. Yes, that's really sick. I love seeing the different like mediums people use. I haven't done acrylic painting in like 10,000 years. But I always enjoyed painting. Maybe one of these days I'll get back into it, but today is not that day. Today is not that day. Right now I have a lot of stuff that I need to work on. Big projects in the works, you know what I mean? Thank you for showing no more distractions. Oh, no worries, no worries. I have resigned myself to the understanding that if I'm on stream, I'm going to get distracted by things. I'm even splashing acrylics with our pencil art. Ooh. That's really cool. Pencil art is also one of those things that I used to do. I'm not gonna say a lot of, but like I kind of did a lot of it. Most of my art when I was younger was like pen and ink. More emphasis on the pen than the ink. Oh, Cedar Hide, hello. How are you? Welcome in. Let's see, where are we? Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep popping in and out of here and refreshing and seeing what my article looks like. Yeah, Levia the Druid, deity of growth and of the home. As one of the champions of the dawn, she is one of the several historical figures who ascended to godhood with the favor of Voss the New Dawn. I think that's like a good intro line for this article. So we jump right in, Heart of Arsavella. I think that's like a good summary of who she is, and so I want to keep it, but at the same time, like, oh, what if I make that like a smaller header and I find something even more broad to talk about her with? Oh, we just posted a pencil sketch to WorldAnvil for summer camp. Ooh. That's pretty sick. Yeah, where did you post it? I would love to go check it out at some point. In like one of the little writing channels or community. Ooh. In a whole tarot world? Oh, that's so fun. Like, I simply can't help but follow. Like, I slipped and fell and hit the follow button by mistake. You know, what's done is done. Simply can't undo that now, can I? Yeah, world I'm building the class in, if anyone wants to follow along. Later next year I'm gonna be looking for guinea pigs. I mean volunteers. My companion was based off the Nine of Pentacles. I had to think outside the box to make that into a companion. Well, listen. Anyone, any card can be made into a companion if you try hard enough. But no, I think that's one of the cool things about tarot is you can just you can interpret so many different like meanings from the same exact card. And so many of the time, or so much of the time, it really depends on like which deck you're using, which art you're looking at, like which meanings have been like really focused on or like backed away from by the like creator of that particular deck. And it's really fun. It's really cool. And like that's something I really get to see a lot in when people do readings and they have like numerous decks to choose from. Like Sunny Bird Boy, for example, does have a ton of decks that you can choose from, and they're all like they all lend themselves to different things, to different topics, different subjects. And you know, the New Dawn reminded me of the 9 worlds of my universe. Balder lived again, and the Aesir and Vanir are other beings who started a united kingdom in Vanirheim. He stepped from kinghood to make a wise child a king. And this happened all in a few hours, which I call the New Dawn. Ooh. So I tend to freak people out with tarot. I tell every reader the worst possible cards will be drawn. Pull all the bad and ill omen cards. Oh goodness. Pirate Burb. I love Pirate Burb. Listen, if you write any article about a bird, you can trust that I'm already in there reading it. Like that is just a fact. But hey, look, you got the tower and the devil. Good for you. Oh, I love the parrot dance. Let's see, but will the devil want to make a deal like the one in BG3? That's a good question. Maybe. Seems like a very devilish thing to do. Seems like the common thread, the common idea. Yeah, RWS, of course, but who doesn't? Fun fact, I don't. I actually don't. And the Druidcraft deck, and my newest Steam Park Art Nouveau, which we'll be using for the class. Ooh. That's just the one sitting here. Most of my altar is still packed away from when we moved. Except for what I've set up in the window for our friends who are living here when we moved in. Oh. Am I gonna have to like go grab my tarot decks and just like start showing them off? I'll have to remember where I put them all. Someone needs to make a duck tarot. Ooh. Listen, I think that's fantastic. I only have like 3 tarot decks, I think. I don't know, I'll go collect them. I'll go acquire them. And I'll if I don't run over all of my wires right now. But yeah, I'll go grab them. We'll see. Oh, I have 4. Oh, fun discoveries to make. I have 4 decks that I can show you guys. I just we'll have a little look-see at all of these. That funny when I post it further up just for fun. Sacred Geometry Oracle deck and a Green Men of the Woods Oracle deck. Ooh. Yeah, I'm like a little baby. A little baby in the tarot world. I'll bring my face back if we're gonna be looking at stuff, because it feels very silly trying to show you guys things in like a tiny little bubble in like the corner of your screen. Or wherever I was. I don't know my own layouts. But this is my first ever tarot deck. I got it in Italy. It's the Tarocchi Universali Fantasy. So it's a little fantasy tarot deck. The art is beautiful. It's absolutely, this is the box. It's gorgeous. Beautiful artwork. I'll see if I can pull it open real quick. Because I have it taped shut because the box does not seal very well. So it'll just fall all over itself if I don't stop it. Okay, I'm not gonna do like, I'm not gonna give anyone a reading right now, but I'm gonna pull a couple random cards and that'll be, you'll be welcome to interpret their meaning from there on your own time. Oh, and who has popped out at us? The Empress. Isn't this, let's see if I can get like a good look. It might be blurry, but like this is like the quality of the art. So we got the Empress. What about throwing bones and reading from innards? Where did that go? I mean, people still do that. Oh, and this one, we got 2 this time. We have the Hierophant. Ooh. Very cool, very fancy artworks. And the 2 of Pentacles. So there we go. Here are your 3 cards for this little not reading. Need to figure out how directions work. But yeah, they are beautiful. I love these cards. I'll just shuffle that back up and we'll just put you back into your box. Thank you for your service. Ooh. All right, and so we have 3 other decks. I will share this one next because it's cute and it's silly. I got the cat tarot. It is absolutely precious and I love it. It's so cute. The art is adorable. Yes, the cat tarot. Just look at this. The Hermit right here. Everything cat. Isn't it so precious? And look at this, the Page of Swords. I love this. And the tower with the lightning crack in the background, sending the cats like flying out of the cat tower. That's genius. I love this deck so much. But yeah. Strength. Scream. So that's, yeah, the tower. I love it. I love everything about this. Why is there a card just like in here? Well, there's a card inside of the the book. All right, get back in the box, everybody. And I also have this beautiful shiny Empress Tarot from Weird Works. So this is the D&D tarot that many of you may be familiar with or may not be. We have beautiful cards like the Bard here. Absolutely stunning. And the Ranger. Like they're so pretty. And so basically you just have like all these cards for the different classes in D&D. You're actually able to use this deck as like an initiative tracker if that's something you want to do. Like you can bring this deck into your games, like into your campaigns, and use them in that way. Let me see if I can find some of my favorite cards in here. I really like some of the undead cards, so let me see where those are like tucked away. Oh, and because we're on the topic, of course, we have the companion. This creature. And okay, this is one of my favorites for sure. The familiar. You know, bonus points if you can tell why this one's my favorite. No one could ever guess why this one's my favorite. No one at all. But no, it's absolutely gorgeous. Like this is like she thick. Like this is the whole stack of them. Like this is a fat deck. But it's beautiful and gorgeous. Oh, but of course, also the Dungeon Mistress. I can't not show this card, it's just beautiful. But yeah. D&D Tarot. Oh, is it because of the cat? Yeah, for sure. 100%. Certainly not obsessed with owls. And the final deck that I have is the Slavske Tarot, and this is little Slavic tarot. Very normal about owls, extremely normal. I've never been more normal about anything in my life. And this tarot deck I got from Etsy. Let's see if I remember the name of the artist. Let's see if the book actually says the name of the artist anywhere. That'd be really nice. I want to give her credit. Oh, it doesn't say the artist anywhere on here. Oh, by Melissa A. Ivanko. I don't know her Etsy shop name, actually. I feel like I should list it. Shop manager. Why do I have notification? I don't know. It's always a mystery. Etsy keeps giving me just like random notifications about things, and then it's like, oh yeah, actually you don't have any notifications, sorry. And I'm like, okay, interesting. Ah yes, it is art by M.A.I. Murray. That is the name. Let's see if this is the working link. Yeah, there we go, okay. Now we just open this again. There we go, that's the listing. And so this is a tarot deck based around like a whole bunch of like Slavic folklore. So I have like Ivan the Fool. Let's see how we go. Vasilisa the Beautiful. Get my little heart light in there. There we go. And yeah, so this is really cool. Etsy keeps me mainly the weirdest stuff under the idea you may be interested in. I mean, hey, pretty good. Sorry, I just like punched my microphone. Let's see, so the Beautiful is one of my favorite childhood stories. Yeah. And like how we have also like the Rusalka. We have the classic Baba Yaga. A little different interpretation. Just flying around in her little mortar and pestle. But yeah. And yeah, so we have also the Zmie. And also the Firebird. And there's just like a lot of really cool things in here. They're just revolving around like Slavic folklore. Oh, whoops. Did I just... Okay. We got Dashbog, Rod. Like, there's just so many cool things. And Knight Rider, thank you for following. Very much appreciated. And that concludes my presentation on the 4 tarot decks that I own. It's these 2. And I don't know if I can grab both of these in one hand, but we'll try. No, they are too wide. Cat Tarot. Hold it up with my face. And D&D Tarot. Bam. All of them. Oh god. Everything's falling. I'm dying. Help. Send help. But yeah. Just this stack of 4. When I was a kid, I thought my great-grandma was Baba Yaga. She was not amused. Well, listen, what can you say, really? Sometimes it just feels like that when you're a kid. But on the topic of followers, I am very excited to say that today we did hit our original goal of 350, and so that's really cool. That's really exciting. And now we are setting a very silly goal for ourselves, and that's 500 for next year. So by the end of this year, can we hit 500 followers? Who knows? Maybe. We'll certainly try. We'll give it a good go. We will see what kind of antics we can get up to for the rest of the year. And yeah. My antics for the rest of the year, the only ones I've planned, are actually staying on a schedule and actually streaming regularly, because I kind of fell off of that after summer camp. I think rather deserved. I was a little burnt out. But no, we're getting back into it. I streamed yesterday, I streamed today. I've been trying to stream more regularly and do my thing. And so yeah, we'll just see how it goes. But of course, we're going to have a wrench thrown into the gears, because next weekend I will not be home. I will not be able to stream. Oh well, that sucks, but what can you do? I might stream on Friday still, because I should still be home on Friday. Saturday I will be gone. Same for Sunday, so. But my stream schedule going forward, because it is, like, it's different than what I had before, my new stream schedule going forward should be Tuesday evenings when I have time, like when I feel up for it, but then definitely Fridays, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And so anything else, any other streams that I have are just going to be like sprinkled in, and we're going to see how we're able to do it, how we're able to run the show. Because I have come to realize that streaming on Sundays is a little bit too much of a stressor. You know, I have a full-time job, I have to prepare myself for the week at hand on Sunday. So better to just leave myself an open day. Fun time is the best time? Oh, thank you. Very flattering. I don't know, let's see what else we can do. Okay, you know what? I'm thinking about this article. No. The thing I was thinking was not the best course of action. Because the thing that I was about to move to, like, the top of the article references something from the middle of it, so it wouldn't really make a lot of sense to jump it up to the top. And pardon my exceedingly crunchy neck. I am dying. Or doing my best not to die. Oh, chaos rules. Heck yeah. Don't think about your readers. Yeah, just don't think about your readers. Only think about yourself. Or don't think about nobody, because even myself would be bothered by that. Just do whatever comes first. Do whatever comes to mind. Just don't think about it too much. Okay, so persevering symbol. Let's see, Livia's. Oh, hold on. I should probably turn my screen back on if I'm just like writing again. You don't need to stare at my face while I just like squint at my screen. Getting right back into it. Yeah, Livia's influence in Arsavale is long-standing and deeply ingrained into the local culture. Alabaster hand. You know, Hanhula mentioned the other day that she was going to go on a quest to remove the from in front of like all of her articles. And I would also like to do that because I'm sick of tagging like the alabaster hand and having to remove the. Like either remove it or edit it to lowercase. So that might be another one of my crusades that I go on soon. Yeah, so much so that even the alabaster hand scarcely shake. On the people of the region. I did that during the waiting period after summer camp for a bunch of articles. Don't forget the advanced tools over there. There's a LinkedIn option that lists all the articles that have active @ mention of the article you're currently working in. Ooh, that's pretty sick. Is that the little referenced in section? But yeah, she's not linked anywhere right now, so. But I'll have to, I don't think I've ever used that feature, although I would like to. I feel like it would benefit me for certain articles. But I have been, but when you go to your Know the Crusade, yeah, there you go. Yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, because I feel like I don't link as many articles as I should. Like, just in general, throughout all my articles. Because for too long have I been in like this cycle of adding and deleting things and feeling like I don't have enough interconnected things to interconnect the things. I don't know, my entire existence on this platform is like deeply disorganized, and so my crusade recently has been like trying to pull things together and actually making everything work. But yeah. That'll be pretty good. scarcely shake her hold on the people in the region. I'll just end that sentence there. Yeah, the mention system is 100% of the reason why I decided to give WorldAnvil monies. Because once I no longer have to remember where everything is, that's it. I'm in for life. Excellent. Katoy hey hi. Welcome, welcome in. How you doing over there? We are continuing to work on this article for our little challenge here. We're at stone grass. Hello? Stone grass lavender. Let's see. The whole, I'm just like looking for things. I'm looking for things that I can link in here because I know, you know, I have a lot of articles that I can link. I just hadn't in my initial word vomit of setting up this article. So I just need to go run around here and find all the things. There we go, Cora the Dawnbringer, and the days of their mortal adventures. Yes, they are believed by many to have been lovers or wives prior to their ascension. The belief that Cora brought stonegrass and lavender to Arsavella as a gift to Levia has impacted the gift-giving culture of the region, and, as many in the region do believe the pair to have been romantically linked, the flower has become a sapphic symbol. I'll say in Arsavella. So are you going to press notify when you're done? Gee, I don't know. Maybe. No actual pressure, just mostly just wondering. I mean, yeah, once I finish this article, I'm definitely going to hit notify. Generally when I don't hit notify on stuff, it's just because like I don't feel like it's done yet. You know what I mean? We're gonna remove this thing and put it over in the author notes. Because that doesn't count towards word count, I'm pretty sure. So we go, we refresh this, so now everything in the article is just article stuff. We need to figure out more. We have to figure out what quote we want to put in here. Slept less than an hour today. Oh gosh, yeah. You should probably go to bed. You should have a little nap, a little nappy nap. Yeah, if feasible. If you're able to go have a sleep, I recommend you do. Let's see. But yeah, like the big things on my list right now for this article is like find a quote to put in here, because that'd be really nice. Like I'll find a quote to put in here. I'll have like a little like subheading, I think is what it is. Chocolate tea. Ooh. That's not something I've ever tried. This seems like a really weird like ick to have right now. But the fact that like all three of these paragraphs have a link in like the exact same spot, like, you know, like centered, like all in the same spot, all in a row, it's like, it's giving me the ick. So I'm gonna have to rearrange some of these sentences, add a couple words here and there just to shake things up. Just weird design icks. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how we make it work. Because just looking at it just off the top of my head, so we don't ick shame here. Yeah. Well, listen, we talked enough about icks during the Sage seminar, right? Don't forget the justify wraps. No, well that's not the issue. That's not going to solve the problem. The problem is just that like there are the same amount of words before a link pops up in 3 different spots, all in a row. Yeah, I let my ick out. Yeah, 100%. No, I just need to I just need to pad a couple of these sentences, or just like shorten them a little bit, so that the links are a little like offset from each other. You know, I don't know. It's a weird ick. Just like a visual thing. Like it just looks icky. Justify is evil, willing to die on that hill. See, I love justified text. I think justified text looks fantastic. It's clean, it's pretty. But like everyone in the world hates it, so. Or I don't know. I think justified text is fantastic for like long passages. But if you're doing something like really short, it's kind of hard to make it work. Because then it's like, if it's for like really small quantities of text, like you get like the weird spacing and so much weird stuff happening. But if it's like a full page of like paragraphs and paragraphs, I think justify is beautiful. Makes it a pain to read on screen. Can't keep track of which line is which. Jumping to the end of the line to the next. I have to slap a ruler on my screen to keep track. And hey, that's fair. It's like, it's one of those things that makes sense to my brain, but I know that a lot of things that make sense to my brain don't make sense to other brains. So, I have a child to go pick up. I'll see you when I get back if you're still up. We'll see. I've got about an hour left to just hang out here and keep doing stuff. But thank you for the lurk, Toy Boy. And it is I. Welcome. Oh, and you've got me just as I'm holding my sip already. And why is my lurk command not working? Excuse me. I would like to know why my bot is not cooperating. Maybe something got weird, but that doesn't really make sense. The connection's obviously still there. I'm getting notifications for things. I think the bot is just being silly. Oh, my cloud bot is off. Why are you off? Why are you finished? Or not finished? Why are you just not on at all? Interesting. Curious indeed. Oh, the song about children by Dead Kennedys comes to mind. Ooh. Oh, they call me the fastest sip in the West. I should probably do some treasured companion stuff. What have you done with yours so far? Well, here's what we have for ours so far. We've added some headers to our work. And so this is what the article looks like right now. I put my little silly notes, my author's notes, so we can kind of take them out of the actual article we're working on. But yeah, my goal right now, hopefully, is to cook up like some nice quote to put into this little, bubble here. Add in a subheading just to, pretty things up. And we will just see what else we can add in here. I really need art. Doubt I'll find anything that works though. And quote is a good shout too. Yeah, I like having quotes in all of my articles. It's like, we'll see it in every single article I make. Like I just start off with something. I need to add links to all my summer camp articles. None of my summer camp articles have links in them. Oh, Vasra. But yeah, see, like even for Vasra, there's a quote here. No, I already clicked on this article. Stop. Cora the Dawnbringer. Likewise, there is a quote here. I didn't add a credit to this quote. Interesting. But yeah, I just like putting quotes in my articles. It just makes me feel good. Little bit of flavor for you. Oh, and I did change up some of my categories. Or not change up, I added some more categories to my world. And so we now have the compendiums category. And so we have the herbarium, which is just full of all the herbs that I've made. Oh, quote this! Perpy Monty Poppycock is coming in with the tier 1 sub. Thank you very much. Is September still going on? Like, is that event still happening? If so, that means buying Twitch subs is like a bajillion times cheaper than usual. So if anyone wants to subscribe, now's like the best time of the year. I bought 6-month subs to like 3 people already. Is it still September? Yeah, it sure is. That's why we're still working on our treasured companions. But thank you for subscribing. Gosh, 3 months already? That's awesome. Thank you. But yes, we have an herbarium for our little plants and things. And we also have the bestiary for the beasts and creatures that we make in our world. Is it September already? Yeah, it sure is. And so naturally, the way I have this working right now, like if I keep adding creatures, this list is going to get wild. So my goal is to have individual like hub articles for each region. And so we'll take like a whole bunch of things that are from different regions and then combine them all into one, so they're not littering the list. But for now, I don't actually have that many creatures and plants in my world written up. So they'll function as a list for now. Maybe next year I'll get around to really diving into the bestiaries and things, but not right now. Not yet. Makes me realize I need to put on my Green Day playlist. Ooh. True, very true. Okay, so where were we? This article right here. Yeah, I really need to find ways to break up this article. Just kind of make it a little more interesting to look at. But what to add is the question. See, I need to put a couple pros, memories, and spoilers to break up mine. Oh, heck yeah. Just a thought. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. I'll have to think about how eager my brain is, like on a molecular level, to actually do some like proper, like prose writing. And yeah, more quotes also. That also means you need to think of more quotes too. I mean, I'm positive that I will be able to think of quotes. It's just like, which one do I want to make like a headliner for this article? How do I want to introduce Levia to people? Add pictures of Levia's favorite flower. I would also love to do that. I just don't have any pictures of that yet. But we'll see what we can do. Like, I definitely want pictures. I want images. I want stuff, like visual things to kind of just like break things up a little. We'll see. I'll need to find some like lavender pictures. I want to draw the stonegrass lavender and like what I would imagine that to look like. Which, I mean, I guess we could, you know? If we want to think about what lavender plants look like. Because like there's some very cute looking lavender plants. Like, I know there's this like Spanish lavender that like it blooms at the top and it looks really cute. I kind of want to take inspiration from that. So we'll see. Cause like I would love to draw the flower that represents her, and I would also love to make a holy symbol for her, which she actually doesn't have yet. So like if I could make a holy symbol for her, if I could make a holy symbol for Cora as well, that'd be fantastic. Like I'd really love that. Like we know I kind of just like sit around here like surrounded by holy symbols from my world. Like this is one of them. This is for Vasra, which I still need to finish writing the article for. Let's see, get this on here without falling over, please, and thank you. But yeah, that's like one of those design things I'd really like to work on. There's so much to do, so much to consider. And so I feel like stream is mostly just me. Stream is not so much me writing, so much as it is me generating ideas and sharing that with you guys. So even if it doesn't seem like I'm getting much done right now, I'm getting a lot done in my brain, and that's what really matters. So let's see. So we're just going back into our author's notes to add a couple things I'd like to address. Things I'd like to work on. Holy symbol for the goddess. Imagery of stone grass, lavender. Dual imagery for Levia and Cora together. Things I'd really like to focus on, things I'd really like to do. Let's see, I think I'll at least write out the main body of my companion article. What time are you aiming to stream until? I'm looking to go until 4 o'clock today. My usual go time. So I'll be here for about another 40 minutes or so. And then I have to, you know, go make myself some food, go work on some other things. And then tonight we're doing another episode of Creature Feature Baldur's Gate 3. So if you are of a time zone that can stay up in the evening, I'll be glad to have you there. I don't know if I personally am going to be live today, but we are going to be, we're going to have at least one person streaming, naturally. And that should start around 8 o'clock p.m. tonight. But yeah, for the next 40 minutes we'll be continuing our little writing session, our little productivity hour, if you will. And the sun is like so bright against my curtain right now. It's like illuminating my entire face right now. It's just very bright. Yes, thank you, Mochi. It's about 2.5 paragraphs or so. Yeah, nothing crazy. But that probably just cursed it. Listen, those paragraphs like to make themselves a lot more difficult than they need to be. There's just no reason for it. But what are writers good at if not cursing themselves and their productivity? There we go. Author's notes. Things I'd like to do. Amen. True. Anywho, see you soon. See y'all. Best of luck with your writing. Let's see. It's very disorienting to look at my article, like my recent article list, because every single one of them is like the stuff in my bestiary and herbarium right now, because I went through each article and added tags to them. and like updated which category they're a part of. So they've all jumped to the top of my list, even though a lot of these are really old articles. And they're not the articles that I've been working on most recently. Let's see, because I do have this CSS reference that I made for myself. And this is super handy. I recommend you do this in all your worlds. And what this gives me is I can copy and paste my containers that I use all the time. So if I'm editing my world and my articles, it's just really easy to just grab stuff and go. All from one page. I don't have to like shop around anywhere and look at stuff. And so the more containers I add, the better. Or the more useful this will become. Because right now I only really use like one container in Arsavella. Or not Arsavella, in Malcora. That's part of the world, of course. I only really use one container, and it's container primary. Like that doesn't... It's very simple. Very easy to remember. But I'll probably add variations and things, so... What I really need to do is I need to go swap out all my colors and things for variables in my CSS. That's something I need to do. It's something that I did in the 7 Tomes world. If we want to go pop over there for a second. Ooh. I'll just have a peep at it. Because if we just have a peep, I added a couple variables, like the page background. So anywhere that I want to put this like page texture in the back of, I just type in this variable instead of digging around for the URL of the image. And instead of remembering the color codes, like the hex codes for all my colors, instead I can just say, oh, I want the color of this text to be ink brown. Easy. If I want it to be faded, oh look, ink brown fade, instead of #856 B5C. You have variables in your CSS? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, I love variables. I've only recently been converted to the Church of the Variable, but like it's super helpful. And like my link color, it's not 614190, it's Portal Purple. Easy. Easy peasy. And so it's just, cause like there's a lot of stuff in here. It scrolls for a while. And so if I have to go digging for every single color code and URL that I use in my design, I'm going to go insane. And it also makes everything look much cleaner, because now it's not all jumbles of letters and numbers. It's words and it's words and descriptions that actually make sense. But yeah, if we're on the topic of treasured companions, we did make a this article isn't completely finished yet. However, we put together a list of inspirations for the Treasured Companions challenge over in our chapter. So a little introduction. We talk about, or at least we listed like a bunch of the examples that were given during the WorldAnvil streams and during community things of the treasured companions found throughout different forms of media. And we go into our recent inspirations, just the things that we really liked. So on our list is Nimona, also One Piece, The Owl House, Final Fantasy XIV, Octopath Traveler 2, Baldur's Gate 3, and there are a couple other ones that are going to be added, like, I'm trying to remember the name. Wowie, my brain's not working right now. Alright. Brain very good. Ori and the Blind Forest, there we go, that's the name of it. Magnus Chase series. There's a couple more. Just like favorites from members of the chapter. It's like things that we feel really capture the idea of treasured companions. Things where your companions are super important to you. And like writing complex stories of backgrounds for your companion characters so that they're their own people. Like I think Nimona is like the best capture of that, in my opinion. And also I just think Nimona is a really cool movie. If you've never seen Nimona, if you've also like never read the book that it's based off of, absolutely go consume. I've actually not I've not read the book. Like that's just not something I've been exposed to, but I saw the movie and it's fantastic. And so if the movie was fantastic, naturally, I think the book is going to be too. Or I think it's what, like a graphic novel? I think so. But yeah, it's a really cool world. It's like it's a blend of like urban fantasy and like science fantasy, but also just like it has like the medieval knights kind of aesthetic to it too. Never heard of Nimona. It's really great. It's really cute. It's it came out this year, I believe. And it's fantastic. Let me see if I can but yeah, just little description. It's on Netflix. Yes. I think it's based on a novel by N.D. Stevenson. A knight is framed for a crime he didn't commit, and the only person who can help him prove his innocence is Nimona, a shape-shifting teen who might also be a monster he's sworn to kill. And so this is just like, it's a really fun story of how these two characters who start off as like, you know, like they're very antagonistic in the beginning. Like this guy wants nothing to do with this creature. But they get very close. They start to understand each other, and it's like it's a very touching story. I felt a lot of things over it. So I like 11 out of 10 recommend this movie. And yeah, for inspiration on like how to make your like spunky sidekicks be like really deep characters on their own. Like they have their own complex stories. That's a lot of fun. But also I just think that the live action One Piece is like a really good pick for treasured companions. Cause like, you know, if you're in the golden age of pirates, what's more important than building up a crew? You know what I mean? And because now there's a live action version that's actually really good, you know, you don't have to sit through 1,000 episodes. You don't have to sit through over 1,000 episodes, sorry, my mistake, to get the story. You can see these characters and these companions getting together in a much more digestible time frame. We can't talk about companions without the Owl House, in my opinion. All the relationships in the Owl House like tear my heart apart and make me like feel entirely too many things, and so that's why I put it on this list. And the same goes for Final Fantasy XIV. So have you heard of critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV? I couldn't resist adding the meme into this. And actually the meme is longer now, so I need to go fix that. Because it does have an expanded free trial in which you can play the entirety of A Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward expansion. This is true. But it is no longer up to level 60. It is now up to level 70, including the Stormblood expansion. For free, with no restrictions on playtime. But no, I'm being genuine when I say that there's not a single game in this world that has ever captivated me like more deeply than Final Fantasy XIV, and like threw me into the pits of like the deepest despair of emotions, all related to like the characters. It's like all these characters that I come to know and love, and the way that they like add these characters to my life and then take them away from me. And sometimes they put them back, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they're just gone forever. I don't know, but yeah, I read a few One Piece mangas like 2 decades ago. Crazy, it's a little thing. Yeah, it's it just keeps going, you know? I've never watched the anime, so I'm actually not like caught up by any means. But yeah, no, it's ongoing, and now there's a live action version that like it's rating very high, and like I've watched a couple of the episodes already, and like it's good. Like I enjoy it a lot. I'm not even doing a pirate story this challenge. I already got all the characters there and got the pets for summer camp, so adding a character in my steampunk world. Ooh, very cool. So yeah, this is one of those articles I need to add like a couple more things to. And I think I actually might. I think I actually really want to work on this a little bit more. Let's see, I play Final Fantasy XIV like once a year, but then for 2 to 3 months hardcore, all the beast tribes and dungeons and things. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I haven't played the game in a couple months. I keep wanting to. I keep thinking like, okay, I'm gonna make my comeback, I'm gonna do this thing, I'm gonna do that thing. But then life is like, hey, sorry, you don't have a lot of time for this right now. I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess you're right. So I kind of just don't get to do that. It's not permitted. So let's see. Alright, so let's grab this. Last time I played it was when the Player Island came out. Got it to level 6 or something, pausing since. Yeah, I was playing like when the islands got released. I just never got around to like starting it. And then life was like, hey, stop. I'm like, okay, I guess. And so I haven't really gotten back to it in a while. I think I popped in like very briefly for like a couple days sometime a couple months later. And so I've just been thinking about it ever since. Let's see, the Blind Forest. We got Nino Don Lord's pick. And we know Nino out here. So I just need to, add, I guess I only need to add like 2 more things to this list. Then I need to add the images in. That Mom Friends pick. Magnus Trace series. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So let's see what we got here. If we start opening up a couple images. Now what I need to do is I need to do some more custom CSS. This is going to be Ori. Oh, you can link to users like that? Damn, I've been wasting time with URLs. Yeah, you can just link to users by typing in their username. Or get the little BB code of like the user colon full username. Just make sure you don't put a space in between the colon and the username, because I think that just makes it weird. Yeah, okay. So that's gonna be Ori. Oops. Copy image address. Magus. So now we go back here. Artbox Magnus. And Artbox Ori. And now we go in here. Now we have these two. I also I need to do these two as well. I forgot about those. Not just the two that I just added. What was that? Octopath and Baldur's Gate. But yeah, you can link to users with there are two different ways to link users, because we have like you can just link to people like this, just with their username, and what it will spit out when you do that is like you type in their username and then their display name will come up as the actual link. And so you see here there's Jada T. The username that I typed in was that mom friend. So that's that is her display username on WorldAnvil, like her name. So if you want to display specifically their username and not like their name that they've chosen to go by, then you would want to use like the regular link BB code, because then you can choose what the name pops up as. But if you just want to link them the way that they've chosen to be displayed, like this is the name you'd see in like comment sections and things like that, then you just use this. But then there's also the option of user cards, which pop up like this. So you get like all the info. I guess we'll go down here with all the user cards. See, like you link user card and it pops up with like basically all the stuff that you put in your profile. Not all the stuff, but like it pops up with your user, a link to your author page. You get your little social media links if you've added those to your profile, and your signature for your comments and like posts and things. And so these are the things that will pop up there. They take up a lot more space, of course, but this is like if you want to feature people, you know what I mean? And so yeah, you just show off people this way. So let's get 2 more of these in here. Get Octo. Octo and Baldgate. I can't call Baldur's Gate by its actual name anymore. It always has to come out as something stupid. Like, on that note, I love this game. I played so much of it the other day. I say so much, but I had like a 5-hour stream, which is like, specifically for Baldur's Gate, that's not a lot. I had an 8-hour stream of Baldur's Gate like a couple of weeks ago, so if that tells you anything about how much it'll just suck you in. Let's see. So here. Here we go. Now we refresh this. Bam, now we have images for all of this. And I need to replace the little things that say image placeholder. It's image from Octopath Traveler 2. Image from Baldur's Gate 3. Image from Ori and the Blind Forest. And finally, image from Magnus Chase. So there we go. We'll just need to add little blurbs to these last two. That'll be really good. I spy some Ori and the Blind Forest. You need some text written up. I mean, yeah, if you want to put together like your reasons for suggesting that one as your pick, you're more than welcome to just like make a little blurb, like, you know, just about the length of any of these. You're more than welcome to do so. Like, why do you feel like this is a fantastic example for this challenge? Like some inspiration for it. Because I'll be honest, I haven't really played Ori and the Blind Forest, so I wouldn't really know how best to put it. But since it was your pick, you probably know a lot more about it than I do. So let me know why it inspires you. But yeah, I think that's like the full list for now. So we'll get little blurbs about Ori. Oh, I only now realize that the reason I picked it is kind of a spoiler. Should I pick something different? I mean, I don't think it needs to be like spoiled. Like if you think that there is like a lot of value to this game for like the theme and for like treasured companions and such, you can be very vague about it. You can be very vague about it. You can just mention like, you know, there is something about this story that really ties in the importance of companions, like, you know, something like that. Like just whatever it is, just like don't tell us exactly what happens, but tell us what happens in there. That's not a big deal, but technically the person I chose for this starts off as your antagonist. I mean, hey, that's totally fine. So if you just want to make a little blurb about how like companions can begin as antagonists and like, you know, something else. It's picks for this challenge or something else. Yeah, so it's like inspiration for the current challenge that's going on. And so basically we just pulled together examples of media and other things that we think like fit the theme of treasured companions. And so it's just like use it for inspiration. So like if you need some extra inspiration, here are some things that we really love and suggest that suit the theme. Oh, I want to say Dory from Finding Nemo. Oh, true. It's secret chapter stuff. I mean, it's not a secret. It's just the list is composed by chapter members. If it's not too much work, I'll think about a different inspiration that isn't as spoilery. Yeah, I mean, you are more than welcome to do so. You can pick something completely different, or you can just like find a not spoilery way to say that something happens in the story that's really companion-y. But I'm not gonna be too picky, you know what I mean? But yeah, like this isn't secret. It's not secret chapter stuff, it just is chapter stuff that you are more than welcome to go look at and browse at your leisure. But we need to go back to... because I think, at least for now, I am finished with that article. Secret chapter stuff. Yes, it's so secret, that's why I shared a link to it in my stream. But yeah, we will return. We will return to all of that in due time. Let's see. I wish there was a chapter for songs and poetry and folklore and all that kind of jazz. Well, that would be very cool, but I will tell you, if you want that to be a thing, you are more than welcome to gather some like-minded... well, you get what I mean, not generally viewed by not chapter members. I mean, that's fair. That's true. Oh, by the way, I got inspired by your quote concept, and now the article I'm submitting has 2 new quotes. Ooh! But yeah, I'll bet you can find 9 other people who feel the same way. Exactly. Like you can make this a reality. You just need to rally some people. And I think you can like propose your idea for the chapter and they can make like a post for you in prospective chapters. I think there's like a channel for that. Let's go have a look. Aspiring chapters. Yeah, so if we pop in over here to the aspiring chapters, you see looking to start a chapter. I'll just hide the member pages here. Here we go. Bam. But yeah, this channel here exists to help you get the 10 members that you need. So if you want to start a chapter that's based around folklore and songs and things, you are more than welcome to at least attempt. Gather some people who you think would really love this kind of stuff. And you can, let's see. Yeah, just send Adamal a summary of your chapter pitch. And if it passes muster, she'll post it here for others to see and reach out to you to help you reach your +10. And you must still have a viable designated leader. Now, I don't know if I want to start it, but I like the idea of it existing. That's fair. That is totally fair. But yeah, I mean, if you're interested in having something like that start, maybe not by your own hand, I would talk about it more often, like mention it to other people, see who else is interested, see if anyone else in the community would like to lead something like that. And then from there, you can just kind of see where everything goes, where everything leads. Seems like a lot of responsibility and stuff. A little. I mean, it's nothing crazy. But I'll sure give it some thought. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, leading anything comes with its own set of responsibilities. And, you know, like, this is me speaking as a chapter leader. There are things to do, activities to come up with. Like, depending on the kind of ship you're trying to run, like, things can be very different. I know some chapters don't really do stuff together. They just kind of are a space of people that are familiar with each other that can hang out. Lion, why doesn't your own chapter show up for you in the chapters group on Discord? Or am I blind? I don't know. Which chapters group on Discord? Which group are you referring to? Because I mean, I at least know that in the info chapters I'm here. But yeah, some chapters really are just like people existing together in this, like, in a similar space. They don't like do activities together necessarily. The one where your mouse is? Oh no. in here because it's at the top. I have it in my favorites. So it's pulled out of the groups and it's just stapled to the top of my Discord. So I have my favorites up here. There's a favorites? Yeah, if you right click on any channel and hit the favorite button, it'll just shoot itself up here to the top of your list. That changes so much, yeah, right? Gone are the days where you have to search for your favorite channels anymore. No more scrolling, exactly. Yeah, so I have Anvilite streams favorited, Sage Hall, challenge discussion, secret chapter stuff, chapter leader discussion. You can do favorites? I don't know since when, but like, it's been a thing for a little while, at the very least. But yeah, you can just right click on something, click favorite, and bam, now you have a list of favorites at the top of your Discord. I just collapse and mute everything that's not my favorite. Well, yeah, now you can just have a curated list. It would be really awesome if I could like rearrange my favorites list. Like, that'd be really sick. But no, I don't know. Cause like I could just I can go to my own server. Well, actually, I don't think I have the option to favorite things on my own server. Everything is just where it is, and it stays that way. Yeah, I don't have the option to favorite in my own server, it seems like. But yeah, go set some favorites. Go staple your favorite channels to the top of your list. It's really great. It's super helpful. And the duck needs a nap. Have a wonderful nap, Tillers. Thank you for stopping in. It's always wonderful to see you. So yeah, I guess I have to imagine this is like a, I don't know where. I'll just jump into a random community. Huh. So I guess it's a I guess it's gotta be like a server specific setting because I'm in like someone else's server right now and I can't actually favorite any of their channels. Weird. Oh, it might be like a big community thing. Let's see if I'm in like any other big communities. So I'm in a lot of servers. Oh, hold on. World of Warcraft servers. Here we go. Perky Pugs. No. My theory was that you just have to have like a large enough server. Need to be a community type. Yeah, but like I'm in the I'm looking at the Wowhead server right now. That's a community server. It's a verified server. I am not getting the option to favorite. I can do it in my own server with 14 members. But see, my own server is also a my own server is also like a community server. So I don't know. I don't know, maybe I don't think it's a Nitro thing. Who knows? I don't. I don't know what the I don't know what toggle changed. Yeah, I don't know either. Like if I just hop around to any I don't know. It's probably some magic button somewhere. I'm just like hopping around all my channels to see if anything. This is like really. Oh. Okay, so I found one more server in which I can favorite things. It's gotta be a setting somewhere. I mean, like this one's a community server as well, so it's probably just a setting somewhere. Just like some magic button. I'll just remove Discord from my screen. I'll see if it's a magic button somewhere in my own server that I can have a look at. Oh, so let's see. Server settings. Yeah, I don't know where I'd even look for that. Overview. Boost progress. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Well, you can monetize your servers now. That's fun. It's possible it's still being rolled out. Maybe. Absolutely, maybe. Discord does this slowly for larger servers first and moves on to more and more servers as they go along. Yeah, I know they have a lot of features that do that. I was just really curious if there's like a certain way. I'll just let Google search this for me. Favorite channels, Discord. Let's see. So it seems like they started doing this like last year. Favorites are here. Like this, okay, this article talking about this feature was posted in December 2021. Curious. I'm not finding anything concrete that's like saying, oh, when this was released and when it's happening. Like, I can do it in your server? Oh, maybe I just can't do it with my own. I think that might be it. Oh, but if you can do it with mine, sick. That's great. But I can do it in my own? I don't know, man. I don't know what this is then. It's just, I guess it's rolled out to different servers and to different people at the same time. So if the server and the person doesn't have it at the same time. Well, you found out how it works? How does it work? Tell me. Oh, Lo-Fi Dance Macabre really slaps. I love the song. You can't favorite if you check the show all channels button. Oh, okay. Interesting. I mean, I definitely have all of my channels visible, so... so it's either or. Interesting. That's pretty cool. But yeah, pretty neat. If I remove that on my server, you can't select favorites. I don't understand their logic, but that seems to be it. Huh. Well, alright then. So yeah. I don't know, things just work interestingly. The what button? Yeah, top of the server. Click on the little arrow next to server name. Ah, yeah, okay, so there's a little button that says show all channels. Okay, okay, I got you, I got you. Okay, yeah, so I see it in another server. Cool. Wait, so let me hop back in. Because I couldn't do it in Wowhead. Do I have the thing checked? I do! Okay. Okay, yeah, you cracked the code. Excellent. See, seems you are indeed correct. Didn't know what happened there. It was added to the call for some reason. Oh, there's no call ongoing, so you probably just opened a chat channel or something. It pops up on some Discords, but not all. Yeah. So yeah, I just yeah, because I don't have show all channels checked on the WorldAnvil server. But in the channels and roles like page, I do have every single category followed. So it still shows me all of the servers that are available. We just don't have the box checked. So that's how I select my favorites. So if I'm ever looking at the Discord server on stream and it looks different than yours, it's because I just kind of stapled some of those channels to the top of my screen. It's very helpful and very handy. I don't really hang out in the WorldAnvil server because no one they really want to chat with me. Yeah, I mean it's difficult to kind of like chat on that server. I feel like you have to kind of come in like with a topic at hand, and it usually has to be kind of relevant to what's going on just in general. But if you're working on stuff, there's usually like people who are also working on similar stuff that you can like hop in on conversations with. And generally, like with any community online, the more you show your face, the more people get to know you, the more they're likely to talk to you. And that's just kind of how it happens. But yeah, trying to make conversations in like larger communities where you don't know anybody is actually abysmal. It's it's a pretty difficult and awful experience. But that's just, I don't know, I feel like I've been living that experience on the internet for like my entire life. So I'm kind of used to it, you know what I mean? It's really just through perseverance that I've ended up making friends on WorldAnvil. Or you can see it too if you right-click your server in the scrolly sidebar. Yeah, sick. Yeah, so we've cracked the code. We now know how to favorite articles. Not articles. Wow, words. Brain. They do not mix. How to favorite servers and server channels. Last time I showed something I worked on, the response was, oh, we're discussing something right now, so I just gave up. Oh no. Yeah, this is unfortunate. To be fair, I also only hang out in like 3 very specific channels in the server. Not lying, I mean, your inspiring work may have also helped you meet people on WorldAnvil. I mean, maybe a little bit. maybe I made some friends that way. It can be hard if a conversation is going on. Yeah. It's like if people are talking in the channel about stuff and you hop in with something completely off topic, then people are gonna be like, yeah, we're kind of in the middle of something. So you need to like jump in on something either that's related or I don't know. Yeah, it's just it's tough. Figuring out how to navigate big channels and conversations that are already existing, or making your own conversation. It's just, I don't know, social stuff I don't know how to talk about. I just kind of hope. And I know for sure you first showed up on my radar when you did the banners for the World Building Awards. Yeah. I mean, they were just really fun to do. Like, I made the banners for myself, and people were like, oh wow, these are really cool. I'm like, oh, I could make them for you guys too if you want. And they're like, hell yeah. So yeah, like participating in the community for stuff is like, that's the way to go. It's the way to go. Like you get your name heard, people see your work and they're like, oh, I want to know more about what you're working on and what you're doing. Illegal WorldAnvil Discord hack. Go to challenge chat, one that's off topic all the time. So as soon as you got a challenge related question, you'll be taken seriously. True. Very true. If you go into the challenge discussion and you start talking about the challenge, there you go. That's your in. All gloves are off in challenge chat, exactly. Like we just get so wild in that chat, and then someone has like an actual question, we're like, oh, we are here. We are here to help. Challenge chat has PvP turned on. That's funny. Player versus player. It's a danger zone. But yeah, challenge discussion and like the Seven Tomes chat are the only chats that I like hang out in regularly. Anywhere else that I happen to pop up, I just happen to pop up. So I don't know, where else do I just kind of like chat in? Nowhere really. So I'm trying to think about it, and like I really just don't talk anywhere else. I used to write more on different channels, but even keeping up in these is really hard sometimes. Kind of gave up during summer camp. Yeah, that's fair. Like every interaction I have with people in WorldAnvil is pretty much like challenge discussion chat or my chapter chat, and that's kind of it. All my other like friendships and like even my WorldAnvil friendships are like on other servers. You know what I mean? So I hang out with the challenge crew unless I'm going to some other server for like more personal stuff. Or I'm like chatting in my own server sometimes, here and there. I'll just like post random stuff. Post my little announcements. Discord DMs are my life. I really don't DM a lot of people on Discord. Like, yeah, like most of my Discord DMs are like work related. That's quite literally the suffering from success meme for Janet and Demetrius' little community. Yeah. And back. Welcome back. Welcome back. But yeah. Like, the community is very large and very overwhelming, and that's, like, only going to continue happening and growing. Like, the more success WorldAnvil sees. So we just, like, the smaller, like, sub-communities of WorldAnvil is where you're going to find most of your friends. It's where you're going to find most of your connections. And so, like, if you find, like, smaller places, like I'm gonna plug myself here a little bit, like, if you find, like, happiness and, like, companionship in these streams that I do, that's great. That's fantastic. And the more you get to know people here in this chat, the more you can, like, branch out into the Discord, because people are gonna start knowing who you are. You're gonna be friends. It's gonna be a great time. It's the path of life, I think. Kind of bittersweet, right? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because, like, I don't think it's, like, some kind of conspiracy or like just cynical or bitter of me to say, like, the WorldAnvil community now is very different than what it used to be. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. It's just a lot harder to like get in there as a new person, you know what I mean? And that's just the truth of large communities. So you gotta find your own way. Start in like the smaller corners, make some friends. Or at the very least, just kind of hop in, start doing your work, and eventually that's going to be recognized. If you're putting in the time and the effort. That's what happened to me. Like, I didn't talk to anybody for like the first 4 years I was on here. Like, I didn't know how to make friends. And then all of a sudden, like, I started actually putting all my time and energy into like making my writing good and like showing it off and promoting it, and people are like, oh, who's this person who's making some cool stuff? And another tip for getting involved in the community, make a global journal post on WorldAnvil. Very true. Yeah, bigger communities tend to be like that. Fandoms are the same if you're making art or fic. Yeah, exactly. Like, there are 40,000 plus people in the WorldAnvil Discord server. That's a lot of people. And if you're a stranger walking into that space, it's gonna be really difficult to, like, carve a space for yourself. So just keep showing up, you know? If this is a community that speaks to you and this is like a place you want to be, keep showing up. Keep showing up, find the joy for yourself, and as you share that joy with other people, you're going to make those friends and connections, and then yeah, like Nino's saying right now, I distinctly recall the joy I felt seeing someone smaller I was following win during summer camp. It was like I was winning alongside them. Yeah. And I think that's the wonderful part of this community, is like we're all these creators hanging out. Oh, oh, people join me in my songbook chapter where there are no people. Yes, 100%. But yeah, no, like we are just like these weird ragtag creators who are building worlds in our free time. And like we're out here making friends and we're cheering for each other, and it's so cool to see that, like during the summer camp awards especially. I would, but I don't want to leave my tomies. It's okay, maybe we can have some fun and collab sometime. I would love to make that like an open channel that we can hang out together and make stuff together. Because, like, we're very firm on the, like, no compete, like, no competitions rule between chapters, but no one said we can't collaborate. And can you only be part of one chapter? Yes. You gotta pick one, and that is your one chapter. Linus friend? Oh, thank you. But yeah, you can only be in one chapter at a time. You are welcome to, like, leave and join new chapters, but I think there's, like, a cooldown if you want to come back. It's like a couple months you have to wait. But, yeah. That'd be such a good thing. Channels in which two chapters can interact privately for collabs. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that'd be really hard to negotiate, because then there'd be, like, things popping up for, like... it's like for each combination of chapters. No, I don't know. There are ways that we can involve each other. Like, we can have, you know, call this a sin over in the WorldAnvil Discord, but Google Docs. Could just make a new server at that point, true. Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, in a case like that specifically, I guess, like, a group chat would work just fine. You just add everyone to the same chat and we just start talking about stuff. But yeah, I just think it'd be really cool to have more of the chapters, like, collaborate with each other and kind of, like, work on projects that, like, combine their two focuses. Bot voice, Google Docs on the WorldAnvil Discord? Are you lost, stranger? True. Every time I see that pop up, I react with, like, the chomp emoji, just ha! Stop it. Maybe the way to keep it under control with the chapters is limiting it to one channel per chapter. But I can see why it's a pipe dream. You can make group chats in Discord too, right? Outside of servers, yeah. You can add, like, each user to a group chat. It's a little annoying sometimes because I think you need to be, like, or someone in there needs to be friends on Discord with every single person that you're, like, adding in. Early bird. Hold up.
I'm an early bird, and I'm a night owl, so I'm wise, and I have worms.
See, no one's redeemed it yet because these things are brand new, so a lot of people just kind of don't know that my channel redeems are fresh and updated. And collabs like that would be better on a forum, maybe, instead of a channel. That's true. I don't know. I feel like that's something that we should
refresh yourselves.
Thank you for the sip. What is sloppy for 200 points? It's really fun.
Refresh yourselves.
Oh, thank you for the sip. So sloppy is it's a sound.
Sloppy.
It's a sound redeem for one of my favorite Final Fantasy XIV quotes. One of my favorite boss voice lines. It's kind of a meme. So it's a lot of fun. We also have sound alerts for bits. So if you go check out my, like, about section, my little panels, there is a sound alerts thing. So if you're feeling generous and you want to play some meme sounds, you are more than welcome to do so. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I added a couple fun things to the stream, just, you know, just for fun. And so if you want to just like you know, early bird, if you're the first one here, you can be the early bird. And if you want to say hi without, like, actually saying hi in the chat, you can hit the little sliding in. I think I might make sliding in cheaper. I don't think it needs to be that expensive. Hello. Greetings. And fun fact, that's also the sound alert that you get when someone messages you on Final Fantasy. So it's basically like you're sliding into my DMs to say, "Hello, I'm here. How are you?" But no, following what Moonlight Bard said, collabs like that would be better on a forum, maybe instead of a channel. I think maybe it'd be an interesting thing to suggest that we could get a forum in the chapter hall, like open to everyone that's in a chapter. where we can make posts that people from each chapter can like jump in on. And that'd be really cool. And so we can make like forum posts that's like, you know, such and such chapter collab, like, you know, people who are in these chapters can like come in here and work on something. I don't think it'd be necessary to like hide it from the other chapters. Because I don't know, I feel like it could be fun to like see what other chapters are working on together. And then our individual like solo chapter spaces will be our private place to just like hang out. I don't know, I feel like that might be a fun little thing. Like I could maybe suggest that if people are interested in something like that. Yeah, because encouraging collaboration is always better shared. 100%. Yeah, I don't know, so if people are like interested in something like that existing, I would be more than happy to like find whoever I should reach out to for that and just like see like, hey, testing the water, like can we do something like this? I think that'd be really cool. So like people outside of like any chapter can't see it because it'll be in the chapter space, but anyone who's in a chapter, period, will be able to see like, oh, like these people are working on this stuff together. It can inspire them to like come up with their own things. Oh, you can make a ticket about that. I think Adamal will be in charge of that. Okay. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll make a little suggestion for the Discord server and see if we can implement something like that. Cause yeah, I feel like that'd be really fun. I feel like that'd be really cool. Just like a little forum where different chapters can talk about stuff. Also being able to join more than one chapter, maybe as a tier benefit. I was here thinking about founding a chapter or something until I found out I'd have to leave. Yeah, I had the exact same issue actually when people were throwing around the idea of like the artist chapter. And as leader of the Glorious Poets chapter, I wholeheartedly support the idea. Wonderful! But yeah, when people were throwing around the idea, like I think before summer camp, of like having an artist chapter, I was like, oh man, I would love, like, it didn't seem like anyone wanted to lead it, so I was like, oh man, I could totally make that chapter. But then, like, after that, I took over 7 tomes. I'm like, well, I don't want to leave now. I don't want to leave this chapter, because, like, well, first of all, I love this chapter. And so, you gotta pick and choose your battles, I suppose. But if an artist chapter ever pops up, like, that'd be an awesome collaboration opportunity, I think. It's like we can help each other write stuff, we can help each other draw stuff. And I, as an artist myself, of course, would be happy to, like, lend my support to that. But yeah, I think they've made statements before on, like, not wanting people to join more than one chapter. But I don't remember their reasons. I don't remember exactly, like, why they've made the choices that they did. But it's not really, like, I don't know, it's not... Like, I can get it. I totally get it. You know, like, you're in a guild, that's it. Yeah, let's, yeah, so that's just one more thing that I'll put a little pin into, and we'll see if we can inspire some things. See if anyone will be open to that idea. I know it is like that, but I don't recall why either. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like, if you're gonna be in, like, a circle like that, it kind of... Having the overlap like that is... It could get weird. But yeah, the collab route is probably the way to go. It's like, we can only be a member of one group, but we can work together. Like, that's why we have the, that's why we have, like, the chapter hall, where everyone in a chapter, like, period, anyone in any chapter can go talk to each other. So you're not, like, disconnected from other chapter people just because you're in one chapter and not the other. You can still talk to each other, you can still hang out. It's just that not a lot of people actually chat in, like, the broader chapter hall. What's the actual name of it? The chapter common room. There we go. Because it really is basically used as, like, a welcoming room. It's like, hey, this person has joined the chapter, yay! But yeah, like it is a place where you are in fact encouraged to discuss chapter stuff and ask questions about chapters. So yeah, we could revive that space anytime. Because I don't know, I have like a premonition. If I suggest like we have a forum for chapter collabs, they might say like, oh well, I mean you can do that in the chapter common room. Oh, weird shit is, as a mod I can see all chapter channels but not the chapter common room. Interesting. That is pretty fun. Pretty funny. Cause like I see the moderators like in the sidebar that they have access to the channel. Weird. Do you maybe have the oh, you know, actually no, hold on. Yeah, the number of mods that have access to the channel is smaller. I guess maybe, are you in chapter? Because maybe if you're not in a chapter, you just can't see the common room for some reason. Yeah. So I guess maybe they just have it set up like, okay, well if you're not in a chapter, no common room for you, haha. But it's very interesting that a moderator would be not in there. But I feel like I will get the suggestion like before they make a forum that like, oh well you can use the common room to talk about this stuff. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how that works out. Yes, I think they will. Well, at the very least, if I make a suggestion, they'll at least know that people are interested, so we'll see. We shall see where that goes. But alright, I must let everyone go at this point. So, let me... So, well, Jacob, you could join my non-existent chapter. Well, yeah, see, if you like poetry and folklore, you can join this wonderful non-existent chapter. So let me get my face back up here. Hello. So alright. If we are finished with today's activities on stream here, I will send you off to one of my wonderful friends. Let's see where we can go. You know, I'm going to send you over to one of my friends, CB Doodles. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful. Yeet us out of the nest, bird mother. Yes, perfect. Alright, so I'm gonna start up this raid for CB Doodles. CB Doodles is one of the members of my stream team, wonderful, wonderful human being. On allegedly the last hour and a half of their fundathon. You know, it's been the last couple hours for several days now. People just keep bumping up the timer again. Yeah, and the raid shout is bird raid. So throw together whatever emotes you feel like and just shout out bird raid when you get there. Tell them that they're very cool. Very cool skelly friend. CB Doodles, as the name suggests, is an artist, but they're currently playing Baldur's Gate, and that's actually what we're going to be doing later together, and so that's really fun. But I will send you their way. They're very cool. I highly recommend you follow them and hang out with them in the future. And yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for tuning in. My next personal stream, aside from the one we're doing tonight, potentially Tuesday, if I have time. I have some deadlines like breathing down my neck for Thursday, so I might not. Otherwise, next Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Yes, it was a fun stream. I agree. Thank you guys for coming in and sharing your ideas with me, and for all the fun talks about chapter stuff. I'll definitely get back to you guys if I hear anything on that. So, mwah, goodbye, everybody. Grab your sippies, go world build, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.